G'day and welcome everybody to the fifth episode of the Geocaching Downunder Podcast for 2023. Hope you're all doing mighty fine this evening and are in a comfy spot with a nice drink or some nice dinner there to enjoy while you watch the show and be entertained for a little while. If this is your first time watching, my name is Purple Cashina and I will be your host tonight. And I will be joined by BenM70, and he resides in Townsville, and he has been to quite a few megas and quite a few adventures around this beautiful country of ours. So tonight we're going to be exploring some of his adventures and highlights while geocaching. So stick around for my chat with Ben. By all means, feel free to chat amongst yourselves in the chat room as always, but please do keep it PG as this is a friendly show. So PG, otherwise, I do have someone waiting in the wings who can punch you on out of here if you're not playing by the rules. So I'm absolutely thrilled that you're here joining me tonight, not sitting at home watching the budget, because that's just absolutely thrilling. So thank you for spending your time here with me. We've also got another winner for the GDU calendar photo of the month for April. So make sure to stick around for that one. That'll be a little bit later on in the show. We've also got a few prizes underway for you as well. So don't forget to stick around for that. If you've seen the socials, you already know what's coming, and they are pretty cool. So stick around. I'd like to give a shout out and thanks to Lainey at LK Consulting Group for the marketing, mentoring, and coaching program. She also helps me with my social media and my strategy and management of the podcast. So thank you very much. Thank you to John and Di from geostuff.com.au. They provide absolutely invaluable support to me and also give away some monthly prizes for all you wonderful watchers and listeners. So thank you very much, John and Di. And also a special shout out to my mum, who is covering some of the cost of the program for you. So hopefully she is enjoying her donation every month. I know I am. I know you are. That's awesome. So I actually had a long time watcher, first time contactor. Always wanted to say that. No, I've had a watcher of the program actually reach out and provide me some information on how I can run the Wheel of Names a little bit better. So we're going to be doing things a little bit differently tonight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up a banner on the show here. Now, this will only work for you for tonight. So this will put your name on the Wheel of Names so that if you are not here, your name won't be on it. And if you are here, your name will be on it. But you have to be watching live. So this is another way of eliminating those who are not here. So that is the banner there. So if you would like to be entered into the prize draw, go to tinyurl.com/GDU wheel. That's tinyurl.com/GDU wheel. Fill in the form. You'll have to put on your geocaching name. You'll also need a keyword. The keyword for tonight is signal, SIGNAL. That's the keyword. And then you can pop in your email address as well if you would like. That is optional, but just helps me to be able to reach out to you if I am not familiar. So please go to tinyurl.com/GDU wheel. That will only be valid for tonight and will end at the end of the show. Pop in the keyword, which is signal. If you get it wrong, I believe your name doesn't go on the list. So that's how we're going to do a better version of the wheel without you sitting here watching me type in names on a wheel. So, so big thank you to Strange Trousers for giving me the heads up and the walkthrough on that one. Very, very appreciative. Thank you very much for that, mate. Okay, let's have a look and see who is taking the time out of their night, not watching the federal budget, and spending it with us here on GDU. All righty, who we got? We've got, Darren Archer, one of my patrons. Thanks for joining us live, mate. And young old fella is already here, another patron. Thanks for joining us. And there he is, Mr. Strange Trousers and iPod65. Oh, g'day. Thanks for the tip on the wheel, and we're going to give it a go tonight. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Oz Fox is here. Kitty Catch and Hev Walker, a couple of my patrons. Thank you very much. Dennis AUS1, and we've also got Kingfisher AU. Happy birthday, mate. I hope you had a good birthday yesterday. And DTY is here. That's awesome. Alrighty. Leonie on Facebook. Big Matt, hey, you managed to make it. Good job, mate. That's awesome. Snake Pitters is here. That's wicked. Who else have we got? Oh, Dennis is GWD Aussie. G'day, mate. Thank you. AKM is here. Chook and Chunk, my newest Patreon. G'day, love. You're here too. Baby and Mrs. Gopher as well. Who we got? We got Aquilus One. Julie is joining us live. That's awesome. And who else we got? Explorer Chuck. Oh wow, nice of you to join us, mate. That's awesome. And Isa Peter is here, another Patreon. That's so cool. Oh dear. Mark Burgess. Oh yes, let the heckling begin. That should be interesting. Bring it on. Team Casho is here as well. And what do we got? We got Shorefoot is here. That's awesome. That's so cool. Oh wow. The Kingfisher AU had a grandchild born on your birthday. How is that? I hope you don't mind sharing. That's pretty exciting. Good on you, mate. Greg and Jen from WA. Thanks for joining us live, mate. Tank Engine Choo Choo. Another Patreon joining us live. That's so cool. And Niblet Rice Cakes is joining live as well. That is so cool. Oh dear. Who else have we got here? We got Darkside Dan. Darkside Dan is here. That is so cool. That is wicked. Doomy16, nice for joining us. Me and D, thank you for joining us. Warassi from Newcastle, g'day. From my neck of the woods, that's so cool. Patrol 14, Bojo78, that is so cool. We got James0116 is also joining us live. Shamed is here, that's so cool. Gabe Lanning, oh, thanks for joining us, Gay, that's so wicked cool. Who else have we got here? We got Spider Monkey's mum and Andrew Bush from New Zealand. Oh, thanks for joining us live, dearie me. That's so cool. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us live. If you get a chance, Team Canary, better late than never, mate. That's awesome. All right, well, I'm just going to pop back up on the screen here the prizes. So if you want to be in the wheel of names, go to tinyurl.com/GDU wheel, pop in your geocaching name and put it in the keyword signal, and then put in your email address, and you will be on the wheel of names. Lickety split. You don't have to watch me jump back and forwards between screens and mistype names. You can go on and do that there. So make sure you do that. But it is now time for some news. So let's get started with the news.
Hey, PCE, how's this for a location? Beautiful. You know what? This is my new backyard as well. Anyway, what have you got for us for news?
Awesome. All right, let's get straight into it. So, a couple of events coming up. The next one is, oh gosh, not even a month away. This one is the 10th Western Australia Goes Big, which is going to be held on Friday, the 2nd of June through to Monday, the 5th of June. And hang on one second. That one is in Narrogin, so make sure you get along to that one. Okay, so and then following on from the Western Australia Goes Big, the following weekend or 2 weekends later is the South Australia Geocaching 21st June long weekend event. That's in the Eyre Peninsula, and that's from the 9th to the 11th of June. And that one is going to be held in Adelaide. So make sure you get along to that one. Not Adelaide, the Eyre Peninsula. I'm mixing them up. That one's later. That's next year. So put it all there. That one is actually the longest running annual event in Australia, barring COVID in 2020. So that one is all good. Following on from that, we have the Queensland Outback Geocaching Muster. And that one, I don't have a GC code for that one yet, but that one's going to be in Longreach. That one is Flights of Fantasy, and that one is between September 19 to September 23. You can get along to that one. Oops. Just going to pop in the chat room the address you need to go to for the prizes as well. So that's in the chat room there as well for you. Following on from Quoggum, it's actually going to be the next one is in next year. So that one is GCA1 DNA, that one is the Great Leap Forward, which is the South Australia one that I was talking about, the one and only. GCA1 DNA, Great Leap Forward. The South Australia Mega Committee is going to be hosting the first ever one-day mega on the 29th of February. And that one is the one that's in Adelaide. And that one's going to be held at the Woodville South Community Club. And this event has now achieved a mega, so it will now officially be a one-day mega. So make sure you get along to that one. And then following on from that, we will still be in 2024. This is a big one. The Oz Mega Committee are hosting the Capital Geo Bash. So that one's going to be in Canberra over Easter of 2024. If you want to know anything more about that event, I would suggest going back and watching or listening the previous episode of GDU, where I had Kitty Catch and the Farmers 5 on for a discussion. And we went through everything that's been released so far. We went through what is available for that. So check that out there. If you are going to it, please put on your will attend that you saw the event on GDU, and I will be organising a few GDU little bits of swag to go in your welcome pack. So make sure you do that as well. Alrighty, moving on to souvenirs. So I'm sure most of you are aware of, as I have put them on the socials. The Wheel of Challenges has started. So we've already had 1 month of Wheel of Challenges. So we're up to the second month. This one is, where are we up to? I've just gone blank. Where is my banner? Where is my banner? Hang on 1 second. There we go. So this is the Wheel of Challenges. You can receive this souvenir. All you got to do is find, they've got different levels. So like easy is find 5, mediums find 10, and hard is find 100. So you just got to go through and you got to find caches with favorite points. The more favorite points, the more points that you get for your souvenir, the quicker you will earn it. After that one goes for the full month of May, and then that one will end and they will do a new wheel. So they will tell us what the new Wheel of challenge is at the end of the month, so we can prepare for that one. Following on from that, we've got the 2023 Hider Souvenir. That's January 1 through to December 31. So you've got plenty of time to hide a geocache. Following on from that is Cash In, Trash Out Season 1. That one's March through to the end of this month. So the 31st of May. So you either need to attend a CETO or host one to get your souvenir for that, I should say. We've also just recently had the Blue Switch Day. So that was May 1 through to May 3. Same deal, just needed to find a geocache, log an adventure lab, or go to an event or host an event. So I got mine by going to an event. I know quite a few of you went to an event middle of the week. It was a bit of a push, but that's all right. We got there. And then the next one from that is the International Geocaching Day. That's going to be on August 19. And we will go through the rest of the souvenirs later as we get to them. But let's move on to the show, because I know we've got a lot to get through here tonight. So we're going to move on to the show. So let's get started with that. And we can bring our guest on. So just one moment.
Welcome to the show!
Geocaches, muggles, viewers,
and listeners. Over to you, PCE.
Let's get on with the show!
Thank you, Canberra crew. That was awesome. That's wicked. Alrighty, so I'm Purple Cache Eater, and tonight I'm joined by BenM70 from Townsville. Don't forget, put your questions in the chat room, and we will get them displayed on the screen there and get them answered if I don't answer them in the questions. So without further ado, let's welcome BenM70 to the show. G'day, mate. How are you? Thanks for joining us.
How's it going, PCE?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. How's it going in Townsville?
Oh, well, I don't know about the rest of it, but I'm, a little anxious at the moment, so...
No need to be anxious. All good. It's all good. Well, seeing as you're anxious, let's start off nice and easy for you. Can you tell us, how did you come up with your caching name? And
I think it was a given, so I just went off my first name, initial of my last, and year I was born, so...
Nice.
Thanks for the easy question.
Yeah, I bet you it saves a bit of space on the log sheets as well.
It does, yeah.
Nice. Do you have a custom stamp?
I do. I only got one early, so it was fairly plain, sort of just with my name and the date. So I should go and get something sort of smaller. I'll work on that. But yeah, sort of because I wanted to go and appear in as many logs as possible.
Nice. That's awesome. Awesome. All right. So when did you start caching then?
I started in late 2018. My brother Luke, who goes by the caching name of Luke BenM70, but I call him Luke Moo7. He was posting photos of this little nutcracker soldier, German nutcracker soldier, at various places all over central Queensland, and I asked him about it, and he told me that his it was just a game that his girlfriend had gotten him into, and yeah, he was just traveling around with that. I went down to visit friends on the Central Coast in New South Wales, and thought I'd sort of give it a go, since he was doing it while he was traveling. And I looked at the map after signing up, and found one not far. It was down near the Phil Hughes Bridge at Maxville, and I popped down there, managed to go and find it on a little council fence,
Yes.
and yeah, and thought, is this it? I was a little sort of perturbed by it. So I thought there was something more to it than that. But I put my name in it. I went and had a look for another one, and that was on a bridge, and I just had no idea where that was. I have since gone back and sort of found it. That was nicely camouflaged, so it was a bit of a step up. Sort of obviously more than the 1-1 that I needed to do back starting off. But I then sort of came back to Townsville. I think sort of, and about 11 days later, I went and started looking for a few more, and I then sort of cached, I think, for the next 24 days straight, picking up. I think in the first month I got about 124, so I smashed them out. But in that 24 days, sort of, I think the streak was broken, sort of with torrential rain. But I had gone out and had a look, and just couldn't find any on the day. So that when the sun came out, I went and had a look, and found that the one that I was chasing sort of would have been about under 5 centimeters of water, and it was 20 meters away from the GZ. So I had luckily chance of finding that one. And the other one sort of was under a suspicious pile of rocks that strangely looked like every other suspicious pile of rock there. It was just a flat, rocky sort of path. And I on the day I did manage to go and find a decoy. And since it was raining, I didn't want to go and sort of wreck the log. I saw a bit of paper inside it, so I walked back to the car, crossing the flooded creek that sort of I'd crossed, and only to open up the car door, open it up, and sort of have it tell me, this isn't it. So
that's a great introduction.
A little disappointing, but I did go and find that sort of down the track. So.
Nice. So what's your favourite type of geocache to find then?
Well, I tend to like trying to go and work out mysteries. Even after all this time, I can go and sort of look at a page and go, where the hell am I going to get the numbers from that? But I will give it a go. Sort of, there are some pointers, but I'll try. I surprise myself at times.
Yes.
A few of the other guys up here sort of on occasion have gone and mentioned one, and I've happened to sort of be able to go and work it out. So but I also like doing challenge cases, probably because I've done enough now that I can go and qualify for a few.
Qualify for them,
but Yeah, I like all sort of caches, virtuals. We don't see sort of many of them around, so I'll go and hunt them out. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So, do you have a favorite place to go geocaching then, or?
Oh, well, where, I don't know, maybe sort of somewhere new, but, sort of caching around Townsville, sort of Burjo, sort of, and all the other caches around here have gone and put out a hell of a lot of variety. I don't think he's done a puzzle sort of that's similar. He just keeps on sort of throwing them out. I've gone and cached up in Cairns, Mackay. Popped out to Mount Isa since I grew up there. I wanted to pop out there and sort of go and see how many I could go and get. Good to see that Darren Archer's sort of gone and kept the tradition and sort of thrown a hell of a lot of caches out there. Gives me a reason to keep on going back. I popped out there recently for a memorial, but I got to go on to the check out Mount Isa's first virtual. So
okay. That's cool.
Yeah, that was impressive. I've gone and popped down to Brisbane a hell of a lot, mainly because there's a big caching community down there who go on sort of throw out a lot more sort of interesting challenges than what we can have up here, purely because of the numbers of caches. You don't get the qualifiers up here, so we've got to go and pop down to other places to see if we can keep up with the big boys down there or big girls down there.
Well, I mean, I was just seeing there in the chat room, Leonie on Facebook. She says, "Have you done the Mount Isa Bison Trail?"
No, I haven't. No, I think sort of the power trail down at Mackay went and spoiled me for power trails.
Okay. You definitely have to be in the right frame of mind for a power trail.
Yeah, I've gone and done the traditional trail sort of that that was placed out there, and then there was also a letterbox trail down in Mackay. The military sort of trail that Van Diemen's lad sort of put out. But yeah, I haven't gone and done any of the bisons. When I was out there recently, I went and did the tree fishing trail. That was more up to speed for me. I think there was about 7 at the time. So yeah, I was able to go and power through that trail.
Yeah, that was a little bit.
and I added one at the end of it. So.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. Just to look after Darren, he doesn't get sort of too many hiders out there, so might as well go and help him out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, do you have what's your best memory of geocaching?
Oh, my best memory would be probably the first day of the Townsville Mega. It would have been seeing that fella there. Plus all the other visitors that we got from down south, from Canberra. Meeting Burjo.
Travelers.
Yeah. I got a good photo with Burjo so that on the day, I must admit. Too bad I haven't shared that. But yeah, sort of seeing all the hard work sort of put into it, seeing sort of hearing what was going on behind the scenes, and still seeing the magic. I was a bit disappointed that we didn't get the numbers, the magic 300 to go and carry on the mega status for Cache Queensland. But
a lot of work goes into them.
Oh yeah. Plus, sort of Mount Isa is a fair way away. Townsville's a fair way away from sort of the major metropolitan centres. Sort of I think sort of at least our airfares are probably a little cheaper than what they would be if we were going out to Mount Isa. But the feedback that we got, one of the guys that was there, I saw that he went and put out a tree fishing challenge, which in part was because of the one of the ones that I put out up here, whereby we had I had a number of photos of people standing on their hire cars and vehicles with their tree fishing poles trying to get down this cache that was 12 meters up that I placed. So yeah, that was really good. The feedback was marvelous. Yeah. So I think one of the guys there said that he'd been to about 10 megas. I myself have only been to 2. But he went and said that would have been up there with the best of them, if not the best that he'd been to. So, yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That's
I was
fantastic.
pretty proud of the effort that Mark and sort of the Cache Queensland team did. So
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge effort. So, yeah, you can understand them needing a break between doing it again.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So in that case, then, do you have a number 1 cache or like a top 5 bucket list that people need to go and find?
Yeah, I'm gonna probably make it hard on these people. I think sort of because I enjoyed sort of doing it so much. The what was it? It was the garden variety calendar challenge by Orange Crew. I think that's GC 9BY7R for anyone who wants to go and look it up. I know sort of that involves sort of doing a hell of a lot of caching. You've got to do one of each type in every month of the year.
Wow.
For someone living in Townsville, the number of virtuals that you've got to get is pretty tricky to do. And I ended up going up to Chillago, which is in between sort of Cairns and the Gulf there. Sort of camping out there. I'd recommend sort of anyone sort of to go and sort of do that. I think they've got about 5 caches in Chillago, and I think sort of at least 4 of them deserve favourite points, or it did from me. They've got a remarkable reef, a reef out there that is the virtual, which is it was just spectacular to go and sort of walk through and just oar in it, take oar over it. There was also a great earth cache, and they've got some fantastic caves to go out and explore there. So that was well worth going. I think one of the months that I needed, it got down to the last day of to go and pick up a virtual. So I decided to go and skip work, and I drove up to Cairns. Just something to do. Like yeah, a bit random. So I was pretty sick that day. Went and checked out Double Island, from the jetty there, and so I was able to go and sort of pick that one off. I was pretty happy when I completed that. I think out of all the people in the greater Brisbane area, I was the 21st person to go and qualify for that. So I was pretty wrapped with myself.
That's a good challenge.
Yeah.
Are there any others that are awesome?
What's that?
Are there any others that you think are awesome and need to go on people's bucket lists?
Oh, well, I popped down to Adelaide recently, and went driving around South Australia. I'd have to go and recommend Gawler's Fort Knox. That was pretty incredible. The amount of effort sort of that's gone into that was it deserves every favourite point that's been sort of thrown at it, I think. So you've got to give that a go. That's that is amazing. Another one sort of I liked. I was going through Central Queensland on the way between sort of Brisbane and Townsville, going the back route, sort of trying to work out which way I could go. And I spotted a cache. I don't know how many favourite points it had at the time, but it was a cache that by Coral Sea Cat, which is three moon silo art.
Right.
I think I'm not sure the name, but I know it's 3 Moon something or other. I got the GC code GC8YM7E. I love sort of. I'm just amazed by silo art. So if
Isn't it
there's some around,
spectacular?
I'll go looking at it. The ability of an artist to go and sort of put something on that larger scale, is it's just
And the perspective, like when you
well
stand
worth
on the
seeing.
ground, it's not distorted. It's quite amazing.
Yeah. That's right. So then there wasn't many caches around sort of that track, but that one was definitely
And
an
where was
eye
that
opener
again?
and well worth going. Where was that one? Oh, geez, I'd have to look it up. That
Oh.
was it was going up through the middle. I'd have to go onto the check. Sorry.
Yeah, all good. Was there any others that you thought were worthy?
There's plenty. I liked Dustin's cache sort of by Scuzzy Bear down in South Australia. I thought that was a great little kiddies cache. Completely fooled me for anyone who's gone and done that.
So what's
That's the
that
one.
one? I'm not familiar with that one.
That was really well done. When I got to the front of the place, I thought, yep, okay, this guy's a very keen cacher. If you've ever been there, sort of you'll understand that. And it was enjoyable to do. So I can see plenty of young kids and older kids sort of enjoying that one.
Was that a like a gadget cache where you had to try and work out how to get into it, or was
you
it just
had to work out where the log was?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Basically, he's got a little sand pit, and you go and sort of shovel through that to go and sort of work out where the things are. And there's a few decoys. It's a great cache. So
There you go.
looking
All right,
up.
well, I've got a question here in the chat room. Ben wants to know. Oh no, so Green Cordial wants to know: are you going to release
course
your
he
geo
does.
art?
Yeah, I'm afraid not. That's been put on the back burner. I with the with the geo art that's been placed up in Townsville already, so that I don't think I can sort of top it or even get close to matching sort of the awesome caches that sort of were involved in those. So
Right.
I'll have to. Thanks, Glenda. Near Monto, so that
The silo.
3 Moon. I'm pretty sure that's where it was.
Yeah, awesome, excellent. Dear, awesome. All right. So, which of your geocaching stats are you most proud of then?
I went down to South Australia with the intention of doing some of the on your bike series.
Okay.
I had gone and sort of checked out those. Noted that sort of you could manage to get a full where I go DT sort of grid sort of done with those.
Yes.
So I went to go and sort of do that. Let's see. With that, I managed to sort of go and bring up, I think, 3 loops overall, which got me a full color change on my own sort of DT grid, which was nice to do. Sort of, I can't see me sort of changing that to the next one in any sort of time soon.
Yes.
I've before and during the Townsville Mega sort of teamed up with Burjo, GC Diver, Humbug to do a bit of a daily caching streak, because Green Cordial had gone and sort of released her geo art at that stage, and we gone and sort of teamed up racing through it to go and sort of work out all the puzzles, and managed to get quite a little first to find streak happening.
was going to say, so how many first finds did you end up with?
Oh, well, look, I ended up with, I'm not sure sort of how many I got. I know that we ended up with 50 days of first to finds, which was amazing. So it was good that
awesome.
so a few of the locals went and pitched in, threw out caches. So that was great fun. Let's see. I've gone and sort of done I've done about 51 months in a row of getting a first to find. Yeah, well, luckily, sort of the competition here sort of is a little slow to get out on some of them, but I don't mind what time of the day or night I'll go racing out for a cache.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if it's dark. If there's one out and I need one for the month, I'll go on I'll go out of my way to get it. And let's see. Well, as I had gone down to Townsville to go and go down to South Australia. I managed to just overtake sort of Burjo in the looping stake. So it was only by sort of a small percentage, but I just got ahead of him. So I know it's not going to last long.
Well,
but that was one that I was a little proud of.
I was going to say,
and was quick to go and let him know sort of when I got back. So.
So now the race is on, so Burjo to overtake you now.
Yeah.
Excellent. So there you go, Gay on joining us on Facebook. She says, no wonder you're quick to answer my questions in the MOM series because you're awake waiting for me to
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. Mark reckons he can't because he can't find those ones.
No, that's fully understandable. Sort of, we've often had a bit of a laugh as to who's the best cacher in Townsville.
Yes.
We threw Carica Rickard sort of name into that sort of match, but sort of I think people might be able to get in front of sort of Mark sort of in fines wise, but they'll never sort of beat him in the amount that he's sort of thrown out and the quality and variety of caches that he's put out up here. So I think he might sort of still sit on the podium there.
There we go. Well, Burjo reckons he needs you to tell us how many log notifications and caches you have on watch and which cache he found on the 21st of August 2017.
I've got no idea, Mark. No idea.
There you go. We're falling into Alzheimer's there. Well, here we go. We got Chook and Chunk. They said, down south we asked if you've seen a snake while caching. Ben, have you seen a croc while caching?
Well,
you have. I've got photographic evidence.
I've been lucky not to see them. I've seen that
June.
One. Yeah.
You missed June 2022.
Well, I thought you meant sort of live ones.
Oh, we'll take any.
I actually kissed a croc sort of at the Townsville Mega. So I've seen one there, but it wasn't going after a cache in general. I've been lucky not to see them, so I think it's more good luck than good management. I've gone and kayaked the Bowley River here, and it's not the smartest thing to do. I did go and sort of carry a little sort of red baseball bat with me when I was out doing so. Not that it would have provided much assistance.
Yeah,
but I've probably been very lucky to go on sort of the crocodiles don't like the taste of idiot. So yeah.
So you're safe.
Well, I'm hoping so. Until they develop a taste for it, sort of I should be right.
Well, that's funny because I was just about to ask you what's the tot that you would recommend everyone have, but I can clearly see it's a red baseball bat.
That's right.
One tot, red baseball bat.
Well, sort of there's that many different cache types. Sort of so the tots. These days you got to have everything in your kit. You got to have telescopic ladders, and I was lucky enough when I was down in at the event that I went to in Adelaide to line one up. I just asked on the day, and Mr. Otter 61 sort of happened to go and offer his, and so I was able to do a hell of a lot of caches on your bike series that I would not have been able to do. So I definitely recommend a telescopic ladder. They're way easier to carry than the one that I sort of have in the back of the ute. I've got a rather long sort of squid pole for tree fishing.
You need them these days. Tree fishing's come
along. No, that's right. They're more commonplace. Sort of some people say that sort of they're not able to be muggled, but I found enough on the ground, so maybe I'm not sort of weighing them sort of down enough, or not washing them so that animals and birds sort of go and pick them up and drop them, carry them off. I think sort of common sense and a nice a nice healthy sort of sense and control of fear when climbing some of the crazy trees that are out there.
Maybe you need to put a GPS locator on your ladder.
I do have a personal locator beacon because I tend to go sort of caching a lot by myself. I've gone sort of through some long hikes sort of by myself. So that and a snake kit. But I think sort of around North Queensland or most places in Australia, so it's probably advisable. I've I was placing a cache the other day just down by the Ross River here, and it was late in the afternoon. It was going on dark to the point where it was sort of just looking at the ground was it was very, very dim. But as I was walking up to go and sort of get the coordinates for it, a brown snake was probably sort of less than a meter away from me, sort of crawled off the path sort of and headed off down to the river. So so they're everywhere, let alone sort of right out in the middle of nowhere where you don't want to be bitten. So
that's right. Yeah. So have you ever stayed overnight on an adventure then while geocaching, or do you just sort of do day trips?
I've never gone sort of for a hike that I've had to go on sort of camp. I was a little in awe recently with what is it? Flutter Beryl. She went up to Mount Barney just recently. And I went and sort of camped up there. But I have gone and stayed overnight, heading out to. I was in sort of Cloncurry, and I picked up a first to find called it was a multi that called the Town of Heightville by Rickard, which is I don't know GC8D CBF. I completely misread the instructions that he had for the waypoints and what path to go and take out there, and I managed to find a nice little four-wheel drive track which was heading in the right direction of the graveyard, a gravestone that you had to go and sort of get clues from. And so I followed that, headed through a creek, sort of got out there. It was a little dark by the time I got out there. I'd picked up one waypoint and I was heading towards another, and I think my phone was getting flat. So I didn't have another torch with me when I was heading off for that waypoint. So I just went and headed back to the vehicle. And instead of driving back to Mount Isa, which was a good sort of 100 k's away, plus through the rough track that I still had to go and work out the proper one to get out of there. Yeah, you always find them when you're leaving, don't you?
Oh, what is that? I swear they hide on the way in. Always
Yeah.
find that
So,
on the way out.
but it's all part of the adventure. So I ended up
Yeah.
just camping there. I had my 2-man tent and just camped out there. So that
Nice.
it was good. Sort of no mobile phone reception, so I didn't sort of get distracted by
Yes.
any
No
social media or
distractions.
anything like that. So
Focus on the
yeah.
Oh,
The stars and sort of all the horrible noises that you hear sort of
yeah,
out in the dark in the middle of nowhere.
freak you out. Oh dear. So it's probably a pretty general question, but what are your recommendations for some really great places in Australia to go caching?
Well, as I said, sort of, I've only got experience with probably North Queensland and Brisbane, the Greater Brisbane area, Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast. I did really like sort of Chillago, as I said. Townsville, some fantastic caches sort of in Townsville. Plenty of people have gone and sort of tried them out. So I think wherever there's caches, wherever there's nice targets, I'll go and give it a go.
Oh, good. That's awesome. So with that in mind, then, I mean, seeing as you've been so far and wide, what's your best safety tips for people?
I'm probably not the best person to go and ask about safety. Sort of we've got a cache up here called Tidal Choice, where you can either wait for the high tide and go in by boat, or walk in at the lowest tide. And I chose the walk-in option, which was about a 1.6K sort of walk into the mangroves, or around the mangroves and then into the mangroves. So in Cock Country. So probably not the best person to go and ask with regards to safety. The red baseball bat, I did go and take it with me on the day. But I still think that it was a low enough tide that you could probably see any crocodile that was in there, but whether or not I would have been able to get the nearest tree quick enough, or find a tree big enough to get my butt.
Yeah, that's the whole other challenge.
Yeah.
Here we go. Green Cordial reckons, don't ask Ben about safety. I feel stressed when reading his log.
Fair enough.
Thank you for that tip, Green Cordial. That's awesome. Now, we also just had another question there from Facebook. Have you ever been up to the Northern Territory to do some geocaching?
Well, it's not far from Mount Isa.
Yeah. So is that a yes or a no?
To be honest, I have gone and sort of driven just into the Northern Territory, and there was one just over the border, and that was as far as my little adventure went that day. I was disappointed because there was an earth cache nearby, around Camel Wheel, which the you couldn't get out to because it had been sort of part of their wet season. It was just way too boggy, so I couldn't go to that. I went and sort of picked up one just over the border, and I think that was good for me. There was also an oldie sort of on the way, which wasn't there. I couldn't find. So maybe I was a little too disappointed on the day. So I just sort of put my tail between my legs and went back to Mount Isa.
Yeah. Joe reckons you recommend not logging caches while driving, right, Ben?
Well, I would recommend it. Yes. Probably not a good idea. You can ramble on a little sort of if you're going.
Let's not ramble on with that. Let's get on to do you cache alone, or do you have a group that you travel with, or just depends on daytime and whatnot?
Depends if the guys want to share a first to find. If there's a first to find on and they're available, I'll go on to grab them. But if they're not, I generally go and check to see if sort of one of those guys sort of needs one before sort of heading off to it. But yeah, I go and I've cached alone a lot, but you know I've gone out, I've enjoyed the times that I've gone caching with Mark, Chris, well GC Diver, Humbug. He's been good value sort of on when sort of traveling around Noosa and the sunny coast. Well worth sort of catching up with him to have him show you the sights.
Yes, of course.
He's got some crazy caches there. So he's gone and sort of shown me the finals of a couple, and there were some that I wouldn't go and touch.
Nice. Well, Virgil reckons he only tolerates you for FTF, so that's fair enough.
Well, yeah, you get that. But in saying that, sort of, I've been on some pretty good walks with Virgo. Sort of went and did the pinnacles. Went to the furthest reaches of the pinnacles, which was a hell of a hike. It saw Virgo sort of lying down, just cramped on one side of his body, and then he tried to stretch it out on the other side, cramped. So he was just stuck prone, sort of not knowing which way to go and stretch. And at that point, he basically pointed me up to the highest peak that we could see from that angle, and said, "There's a cache you haven't gotten up there. So off you go." I think it was it gave him enough time to recover, I think, and he could hear me. He could hear me up there,
rustling around.
It wasn't sort of it wasn't rustling around. It was full on swearing. So it was it's a dangerous climbing one. You go up a vertical sort of rocky face to go and sort of get up a section of it, and if you lost track of where you went up, sort of it was a bit concerning. I normally rattle on a little bit with my logs, so as you could probably sort of tell. But with that one, it was pretty short and sweet. I think sort of, I said that it was it was a well-stocked ammo can, but it didn't have a elevator call button, which is the only thing it needed, the only thing I wanted when I was up there, because it was that was a hell of a mission. Sort of we started early. It was after dark when we walked out of there. Sort of knees were in pain, but it still didn't stop us from going after Mount Halifax the next time that was up. But we had to go and grab that one. So
that's awesome. So, do you collect part tags or geocoins or anything like that? Do you travel bugs between caches?
I don't have any part tags of my own. I do have an idea for two of them, probably for mine and my little sock puppet. But I've got about 48 sort of path tags that I've gone and either collected from caches or been sort of given by some generous geocaches that I've met along the way. I also I do like geocoins. I've gotten into Snag the Tag. They come up sort of those games come up fairly recently or fairly often, and I've gone and sort of bought in and hidden sort of in a number of games. Ever since I found my first one, which was this little fella. So I've got a number of trackables. I've got one that celebrated sort of a 365-day streak was given to me by Eat Sleep Cache. Julie sort of gave us that because she knew that I was disappointed that there was no sort of trumpeting, and fanfare sort of going on when I actually got to 365 days. It was, just another day it seemed. But so I ended up getting given one of those. I've got a the little sheriff badge, DT grid achievement badge that you could get, and a few others. I ended up getting the Townsville Mega coins when they came out.
Yeah, they were great coins. They were.
Yeah, yep. Nice little sunny coin. Yeah. So I've got a couple. I've recently gone and hidden a tag for the latest murder in the mansion. Snagged the tag. So that's
cool.
So that's a tag, and I know just in case. The trackable that you get, it's fairly sizable. Yeah. You go hunting down the little tag, and for the price of postage, you go on to get sent a coin. So
yeah, that is so cool.
It's a way of giving back to fellow geocachers. Some people sort of go and see it and they decide to go and sort of play along. But if they don't, if they find them, it's all well and good. I've been given sort of path tags. It's another way of giving back. So if I haven't sort of gone and gotten my own set of those to hand out yet, but I'll get to it one of these days.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's all the questions I have tonight for you, mate. So, yay. How easy was that?
Oh, yeah, I survived it.
You did. It's easy peasy.
I thought I'd drink a few more drinks along the way.
Bit parched up there in Townsville. So if anyone's got any questions for Ben, chuck them in the chat room now. Otherwise, we're going to move on as we have gone over time a little. But that's all good. So while you think of some questions, I will pop in. That's it. Snag the tag. I'm going to jump over to the photo comp of the month, and then we'll come back to Berger if you've got any more questions. So just hold still.
Do you think I've got a chance, do you reckon? What for? How about the calendar photo of the month? Let's see this month's winner.
Hey, thank you, SMS. Alrighty, guys. So this month, photo comp of the month, once again, had a whole series of entries. So thank you so much for all those people who are participating, who's taking really cool pictures and entering, and then also for the people voting. You can jump over to the GDU Facebook page. I have pinned the photo to the top of the page, so you can check it out there. But this month, without further ado, drum roll, please. That's it. So the winner for this month is, you won't believe it. You won't believe it. You ready, Ben?
Go ahead. I think there was a choice of two for this. Well done. Well done.
Dear. So that is no word of a lie. You were the winner of this last month's photo comp. So that's not even staged. Didn't even make
you sure? You sure?
On the 30th of April, I was on it, and you were the winner. So congratulations, mate. That's
fantastic.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Everyone who voted.
Calendar. Yes, thank you, everyone who voted. So that's awesome. Yep. So that's really cool. So don't forget.
John and Diane do a fantastic job. So I had to go and sort of pop in there and see him when I was there, and I spotted it in the store and just had to use it as a prop.
You can't resist, could you?
No, not at all. Not me.
I reckon that is so cool. That's awesome. Alrighty, guys. So this month's photo comp is looking like that. That is the photo in Facebook. It's pinned to the top of the page. So just go to the Facebook GDU page, find that post at the top, put in the comments your photo, the geocaching title and the GC code, and give us a bit of a story if there is one. Let us know what was so cool about that photo, and you too could be in the 2024 GDU calendar. So that is that one there. That is awesome. What else have we got? Oh, the podcast travel bug race. Okay, so quick update on this. The Found It podcast, there it is, travel bug is TB9JA1W. That's TB9JA1W. You can follow that through geocaching.com. That one is sitting just north of Stockholm at the moment, and it has done a grand total of 1,022 kilometers so far. So the travel bugs were released on the 22nd of January 2022. So Patrick's has gone over 1,000 kilometers. Mine was lost. So it was given to a reviewer from the Netherlands who picked that up at the Mega Down South in Victoria. I've just gone blank. I've got Rutherglen stuck on my mind. It wasn't Rutherglen. And they have lost it. So I have organized. Let me just get rid of this on the screen here. And what I have done.
Dock his wages.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'll find him. Don't you worry. Hunt him down. It's not going to show properly because I've got a green screen in the background here, but I've got a new tag organized. There you go. That's kind of it. So I am going to release that into the wild, and we'll see how that one goes. But I will do an update and let you guys know how that one is going. So that one should be on the way too. All righty. So let's get on to the prizes then, because I know you are all waiting. So once again, if you'd like to be entered into the Wheel of Names, go to tinyurl.com/GDU wheel. Pop in your geocaching name. You'll need a keyword, and the keyword tonight is signal. And then you can put in your email address if you wish, so I can contact you. If not, that is fine. I could stalk you online somewhere. So we are going to go to the names, and what are we going to do here? So we're going to do geostuff.com.au's prize. So their prize is an actual spinning geo coin for the Wheel of Challenges, the new souvenir challenge that is out this month.
Good
so there
prize.
it is. That is a geo coin. The wheel and the Wheel of Names actually spins. You can see that on the left there. I've got 2 of these coins to give away courtesy of geostuff.com.au. Thank you very much, guys. So we're going to enter everybody in on the Wheel of Names. So let's get rid of that there. And then we're going to share our screen, and we're going to do the Wheel of Names. Let me just bring that up there for you guys. And then we can play the Wheel of Names. So hopefully you've all been entering your names into the form throughout the show. And then thank you to Andrew, Strange Trousers, for giving me the instructions to connect everything and get that going. Let me just share my screen. Okay, there we go. So let me just change views. Interesting. Let me just get rid of us there.
My name's not in there.
I think you disqualified for being on the show. Oh. Okay. So you've all been popped into the wheel there. And what we're going to do, Ben, is I'm going to get you to give me a countdown, and then we're going to spin the wheel, and we're going to do the Wheel of Names.
Okay, from when?
Give us a 3-second countdown, mate.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
And away we go. Let's see who wins the first prize here, the special Wheel of Challenges.
Oh, you're kidding.
Well, you couldn't have planned that better if you tried.
Come on,
Oh, dear.
it's a bit sketchy.
Rigged. Oh, mate. The Wheel of Names never lies. There we go. All right, so we've removed Burjo from the list. Oh, dear. Thank you very much, Mark. Excellent. All right, Mark. So I'll get some details from you after the show. You can either reach out to me or send me a message. All righty. And let's go again. Ben, when you're ready, give us a 3-second countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
Excellent. And away we go. And away we go. Who's it going to be?
Green cordial. Green cordial.
Spider Monkey's mum. Cool. Excellent. Alrighty. Congratulations, Spider Monkey's mum. You are winning the Wheel of Challenges
Nice.
GeoCoin. So let me just stop sharing my screen there.
Good work, guys.
There we go. Okay. Now, actually, what we're going to do... Yes, I noticed that too, James. I've got names on there multiple times. So let me just fix that up. And what we're going to do is we had some questions lined up for the next set of prizes, but they haven't come through. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Wheel of Names again for these other ones. And see how we go. Just 1 second. Look at this, just trying to get organized on the fly here. Oh, yeah. Alrighty. So let's try that again. And we're just going to sort the sheets. Okay, so let me just delete that one. Alrighty, cool. So we're just going to go through this list here and we're just going to delete the duplicates so that everyone's got a fair shake. Let me just check this out here. Just 1 second. Okay. Alrighty, looks like I'm just going to refresh my wheel of names and see if I can get rid of the... Excellent. So, having a quick look there, I can't see any duplicates. So we're just going to try again. Perfect. Okay, no duplicates this time. Excellent. Thank you for that. Okay, so yeah, give it a shuffle.
Well, I see 2 Wombles on there.
You where?
I think that's his caching name, but
Cool. All right.
It's all good. 3, 2.
Hang on 1 second, Ben. Cool. So we're just going to hit the shuffle button at the top there and just shuffle everybody up. I think they're in alphabetical order at the moment. There we go. All right. So when you're ready, Ben, give us a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
And off we go. And we are playing for the Snag the Tag Witches and Cats coins. Whoa, Team Canary. Wow, 2 months in a row, mate. You're on fire. You need to go buy a lottery ticket. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, dear. Congratulations, mate. That is awesome. Let me just show you what you are all winning because I forgot to put that up there. So this is what you're all playing for at the moment. So Darren Archer, one of the GDU Patreons, he has donated these witches with the cats. In there, the Snag the Tag Witches and Cats there. So Team Canary, you're getting one of these sent your way. So that is awesome. And let's go back to the Wheel of Names and we'll spin for the other 3 witches and their cats. So let me just bring the Wheel of Names back up there and I will share this on my screen. So Team Canary, you have been removed from the playing field. And we'll shuffle it again. You never know. Alrighty, give us another countdown, Ben.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, and off we go. bit mesmerizing, this old wheel, isn't it? What we do.
Oh,
Alrighty, Big Matt. Congratulations, Big Matt. That's awesome. Big Matt, you are getting one of these Snag the Tag witches and cats.
who said being a reviewer doesn't pay?
That's it. Good to be king. That's awesome. So congratulations, Big Matt. You are getting one of those Snag the Tag witches and cats. Let's go again. And we'll see who wins the third one. Still got 2 to go, guys. How exciting is this? Oh, dear. Alrighty. Here it comes. And off we go. Not wasting any time here today. Who we got now? Who's it going to be? Oh, looks like Surefoot 24. Well, hey, it is Surefoot 24. Good job, love. You have got one of those tags coming out of the way, so remove that name there. And Ben, oh no, we were off. We don't have time for you, Ben. We don't need to count down.
Yeah, don't worry about me.
No, we're off and away. Don't have time for this. Alrighty, 2 wombles.
See, I told you there were 2 wombles on there.
Oh, dearie me. Excellent. All right. Congratulations to Wombles. So congratulations all the winner tonight. Burjo78, Spider Monkey's mum, you're getting the Geo coin. Team Canary, Big Matt, Surefoot 24, and 2 Wombles, you are getting the Snag the Tag Witch and Cat coins. What do you call them? Coins? That's awesome. Yeah. So congratulations, everyone. Thank you for playing. Thank you for filling in the form. That I think was much quicker than the me typing them in. So that is wicked cool. Alrighty. So if you want winners, reach out to me on Messenger and let me know, and we will get those prizes out to you ASAP. Let's just go on to there. So don't forget, if you enjoyed tonight, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That's the one. So you get all notifications when the show is going live. And you don't miss a thing. Don't forget to write in with your stories, questions, or if you'd like to join in on the podcast, send it through to geocachingdownunder@gmail.com. If you've got a mega event or something significant on in your area, let me know and I can share it on the show here. One final shout out thanks to our sponsors. So Laney at LK Consulting Group for the marketing, mentoring, coaching program, guidance, social media management, all of that. Thank you very much. To geostuff.com.au, thank you for the monthly prizes and your support. Once again, your generosity is just absolutely outstanding, and thank you so much. And once again, a big thanks to Mum, who has managed to join us live tonight. Thank you for covering some of the cost of the show. That is awesome. So I know a few of you are in the chat room, so let's get on and thank our Patreons. So let's bring them up here.
G'day PCE and the GDU family. Now, just like this tree has a big trunk to support its leaves and branches, you too can support this particular podcast on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/GDU podcast. Links are in the description below, and you too can be one of the main supporters of this channel for as little as $3 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee. This is C. Michelle. Thanks for watching or listening. I'm over and out.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for that updated video. That is so cool. Excellent. Alrighty. So big shout out to my Patreons. If you'd like to become a Patreon of the podcast, you can go to www.patreon.com/GDU podcast. A few of my Patreons are See My Shell, Kitty Catch, Kingfisher AU, Snappy Tomcats, Julie, Darren Archer, Captain Roverman, DTY 73, Wollaston, Banj 5150, Found It Podcast, Team Casho, Hev Walker, James 0116, Darkside Dan, Scramping, Mighty Millions, Lee 737, Geo Joe, Tattooed Squared, Contesta, Gliss, Allied Oz, Cosmonaut 97, I see you, Isa Peter, Oz Glory, Pilot Jen, Roddy C, Young Old Fella, Tank Engine, Choo Choo, Drink Cordial, Bernie H, and my newest Patreon, Chalk and Chunk. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And so many of you have joined us live tonight. So that is absolutely wicked cool. I'm so excited. Thank you. Thanks for being here live. Thank you to everyone watching live. Thank you to all the listeners if you're listening back or watching the replay. Thank you so much. Thanks to the Patreons. Thanks to the sponsors. And to you too, Ben. Like, thank you so much for coming on tonight and being a guest on the show. It's been wonderful hearing about your adventures. Thank you.
I made it through it.
You did. It was easy as.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I don't know what I was panicking for.
Exactly. So it's just a chat between you and me. You can't even see the people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So hope you've all had an enjoyable night. And don't forget, we will see you on the 13th of June for another fun-filled show. I'm PCE, and this has been GDU, and it's been so much fun. And don't forget to get lost, to get found with GDU.
Geocaching down under, get lost to get found. Geocaching down.
There we go. I'm going to stop that, otherwise that will get stuck in my head. There we go. Also, right, quick shout out. Dear. So I got a picture, and I'm sure they're still here. I got a picture live from the viewing platform. There we go. Oh dear, we got Julie, we got DTY with a special smile on, we got Tank Engine Choo Choo, we got Kitty Catch at the back there, and I know, right? And then we've also got Lisa as well joining us. So thank you to the GDU Canberra crew. Isn't that awesome? Oh, thanks for joining us live. That is so cool. All right, so some of you stragglers, if you're still hanging around, we've got some pictures here from Ben to share with us. So let me just pop this up here for you. There you go. So this is Black Sands Earth Cache, I believe. Ben, is that right?
Yes, in Mackay. Yep, went down there for an event. And did that one while we were doing that Saito. So we cleaned up the beach to make sure that we could see the black sand. So
yep.
yeah, it was good.
Good. Oh, that's awesome. And what's this one?
That's Helter Skelter, one of Burjo's caches. It's the cache is hidden right above my was it left or right shoulder, one or the other. At the highest point. So yeah, it's a good little one to go and test your nerve when you get your ladder up to the lowest point. You got to cruise Helter Skelter around to the top. Yeah, good fun.
Nice.
Laid back at Blanco Falls. There's a earth cache out there. The drive wasn't the greatest when I went out there, but it was a little juddery. I've been told sort of that it's better to go by push bike or mountain bike. But it was definitely worth sort of checking out. It's got plenty of steps on that waterfall. So nice little earth cache. Mr. June himself.
Mr. June himself. There he is, calendar winner. Yeah.
That's a final to a cache on the sunny coast. I'm not going to go and spoil it by naming names, but it's definitely a place to do, or a cache to do.
Yeah, you are dangling from a rock.
That's what I do best, hanging out in Townsville. That's the name of the cache, and it's an abseiling one that you've got to do here. Not hasn't had too many takers, but it's had a couple. So not many of the locals go and sort of try the ropes ones up here, but I'll give them a go. I haven't sort of come a cropper sort of going down it yet. That was a lab cache, one of the lab cache stages in Hervey Bay. Obviously, whale capital of Australia.
Yep.
I think that was taken at a Green Cordials Saito down at Robina. Just on the day of the Debra Mega. We managed to corrupt a few guys to come down, travel 100 k's to do a cyto in the park, and there's E Smiley, Gloria, a few of the local Brisbane sort of caches. A great day. That was my first mega that I went to.
Yes, that's good. It's easy when they're in your backyard.
Yeah, that is the wreck of a Catalina, which is on Palm Island. We managed to go on sort of boat out there. Burjo and GC Diver boated out to Palm Island for an event at Greater Palm a few days after the Townsville Mega, and we stopped off at that on the way. Because it definitely sort of stood out amongst all the other caches that were out there. Beautiful part of the world to travel to. Sort of all of the Palm Islands. Orpheus was well worth a visit as well. So there's two caches there. That's Mary Kathleen. Included that because it's pretty close to my hometown, sort of not too far away. The old uranium mine there, sort of my glow's sort of diminished now, but it's pretty spectacular looking place. Got the right time of day, so the water against the contrasting minerals that are in the rock faces there are pretty amazing. Great countryside to go and sort of check out that way.
Nice. Excellent. I also got a video here as well that I want to play for you, and then you can tell us about it after we play the video.
Okay.
Let me just find it. Here it is. Yeah, so what was that?
That was the Burdekin Dam sort of overflowing. There's a cache out there. It takes a bit to get to. I rode out there sort of one day on the bike. Thanks, Darren. Yeah. Sort of, and I'd noticed in logs sort of prior to that they go and sort of block off the road, sort of because when the Burdekin Falls goes over the wall, it goes and cuts the road. They go and put the gates out, and that's about sort of 700 meters away from the wall. You can't actually sort of see the wall from that point. But a few people have gone to the log that they got to the gate and went, oh well, road's closed, and didn't bother looking into the cave, right? And when that wall's going over, it's well worth sort of going and checking out that, sort of just the roar that you could hear through the video. It's spectacular, sort of old cache. It was placed in September 2006. That was GCY7QH. Placed all those years ago. It's the 300 I think it's about the 369th sort of oldest cache in Queensland. So so if you're doing that Queensland's 500 oldest caches, it's one of them. So it was well worth a visit. Sort of pretty spectacular.
That's fantastic.
I enjoyed a few hours sort of heading out that way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It would have been a nice ride. Yep.
Plus all a few cattle. There's a trail of caches that was done by Orth. She was known sort of up here for doing different type of sort of some interesting sort of containers. Sort of not one of her caches is the same. So yeah, that was they're worth sort of checking out along that stretch as well.
That's great. Now,
How's it going, Bug?
yeah, go for it.
I said, "How's it going, Bug?" He's just popped on. Just
Yeah,
sent a
I know.
message. Yeah,
Surprise, not surprised.
well, the show has been known to go over a few times.
Well, yes, we do like a chat here. Apparently there's some awesome containers on that trail.
Definitely, Darren. Yeah, she's she definitely sort of put in some different containers, with all of her caches. Unfortunately, she's had a issue with a site, so she no longer goes and does that. But she's got maintainers of the caches to go and sort of check on them, keep them going. So yeah. If you're out there, Michelle, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing well.
Deary me. Now, I forgot to put this up earlier, but in the souvenirs, just newly released is this one. So this is the Magic Maker. So host an event or go to an event and discuss, how to build a cache or creative cache containers or help someone out or have like a making party or something like that. And you can get your Magic Maker souvenir as well. Put that one up. That's one of the newer ones. And then also for the people who are still hanging around, we've currently got a promo underway. I'm going to say a promo. Darkside Dan. He has generously donated a year's premium geocaching membership to my 1,000th Facebook follower, because I am currently up to 980. I can't believe it, on Facebook. So the 1,000th person is going to get a free year of geocaching membership. So this is my post here. So if you have friends, family, get them to come and like the page and follow it, and we'll see if we can get to 1,000. So let's see. I love it. Isn't that cool? There you go, 980.
I did share it on the local council page, so hoping you got a few out of that.
Well, yes. Well, we'll see. I'm still on 980. So, and I just checked it, and yeah, we're still on 980. So hopefully we've got a few more followers, and someone will get a lovely 1 year geocaching premium membership. There we go.
I'm going to have to get myself one of those.
Yep. Especially if you're in it. Seeing as you're going to be in it next year, you better buy one. Oh, dear. Yeah, good idea, Mark. Play the long game. Awesome. All right. Well, I might let all you lovely people go and enjoy the rest of your night. Don't forget, we will see you again on the 13th of June. Hope you've enjoyed the show, brought you a bit of excitement, and we will see you next time. So thank you so much. Thank you, Ben, and have a great night.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah. Bye.